Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for this Sunday afternoon. I believe it's Palm Sunday. Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do, man? It's Shuttleworth the God, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB Lauderdale Boss, Ring Gang El Capitan in the building, ringgangradio.com. What's up, World Stella Op? Let's go.
Yes, sir. Ring gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good, y'all? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. Nobody banned from the Bodega today. We're coming in full force. So just, you know what I'm saying? Don't act up or else you get kicked out. And otherwise, we can all come in. So
that's what it is, man. And then yes, it's good. And we got no one banned from the bodega, but next week that might be a different story. But I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's really fly? It's your boy Conscious Pilot, the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender, preparing for liftoff. Destination Ring Radio with Denzel Bentley. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Conscious Pilot stays elevated above the clouds. You dig? No turbulence. And I got my other man over there. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's good, y'all? You already know who the fuck it is. It's your boy Rome, top 5 in the building. Chicago's home. We here, Ring Gang, nigga.
Yes, sir. Roll top 5, aka Chicago win, because he leaves these dudes in the breeze. And last but certainly not least, man, we got our guest here, and I'm honored for him to be on Ringing Radio. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Denzel Too Sharp Bentley. I ain't got an intro like you guys. But yeah.
Hey, I mean, there might be another story, maybe another time. You come up with your own intro, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should give me a heads up still. I'd have thought of something quickly.
We'll help you out a bit. Talented middleweight contender and former world title challenger.
There we go.
And future world title holder,
Okay.
world champion, Denzel Bentley. Let's go.
AKA the Boogeyman Killer. There we go. That's what it is.
Yes, the Boogeyman Killer.
Hey, listen, man. His last name is Bentley. We got you know what I'm saying? Bentleys are held in high regard over here. So
Yeah, no, but thank you, champ, for joining us. I know you're a busy man, the busy schedule. Going back and forth trying to get you, but we're glad you were able to make some time for us, man. So yeah, man, let's get into this, man. Before we obviously get into that particular fight and how you became the Boogeyman Killer, we basically talk about some of your boxing origins and whatnot. Like, first of all, how'd you get started in boxing?
I got started in boxing a bit late. So when I was like 15, my older brother just bought gloves and a head guard from the Sunday market, trying to make a bit of money. Like anyone from the ends that's kind of friends, but having a bit of a dispute can fight each other. You pay like a $5 each. Mm-hmm. But at this point, we didn't watch boxing. We weren't interested in boxing. I was playing football, and he was just doing his thing. Then eventually we just started gloving up, fighting guys around the area. Then it would be like a duo. So someone would be like, I want you, and then we'd fight on the same day. I'd go first, he'd go after, fighting guys around the area. We just kind of like everyone that took part, we were like beating them up. So when I got to college, about 17 now, I met a friend that actually boxed, and he was like, and I'm like, yeah, I can box. Take me to your gym. Took me to his gym. And then that's how we got here.
Wow, a late bloomer. So pretty much it was just something you just did on some with your brother. Just like, if you had some issues with someone, you was just okay. You just had to throw hands, and you just got nice.
Literally, yeah, like literally, we just like no one else could box, so we're all just fighting. So that's what I'm saying. So when I got to the gym, I got my ass kicked at first, but then I said I'm not having that. I got to come down and I'm saying prove a point, and I ended up just sticking to it.
It's been more and more of that of boxers developing late, like the old school way of boxing since you was like 2 years old with the gloves in your hand. That's just kind of dead. Like everybody pick it up when they want to pick it up.
Yeah, exactly, and that's how you got to let it be. Because some of these guys that start from, I remember guys in the gym that started from kids. They were cold and they don't box no more. And I'm saying they fall out of love with it. Whereas me, I started a bit later, so it was like this is what I actually want to do. Because before I wasn't doing anything positive anyway. So I'm saying,
You let the sport come to you, dude. You didn't go to the sport came to you. So I feel that.
Yeah,
100%.
career.
That's always very interesting because that's a lot of like what happens here in the States. We have a lot of that of kids just in the inner city. They was just grow up, they was fighting, and then it was just like, you know what? If you're gonna fight, we're gonna put you in the gym, and then you can fight. Train to fight. Like
no, exactly. Literally. Same thing around here. And there's a lot of guys that are picking it up late. Some guys around like my area where I stay, they see me and they're like, "Hey, bro, you motivate me, man. I've started boxing late. I'm like in my 20s now, but I've seen you do it, so I can do it too." And I'm like, "Hey, keep it up, bro. Like, for me, like it's possible. It can be done."
Yeah, no, and usually in my beliefs, I always thought like the ones that pick it up like sometimes they lack a little something that maybe someone that started like a lot earlier that they might have, but it just seems like more. But it seems like more and more. I guess it's catching up where I think more are just are acclimating faster, and they can still be champions, they can still be leading contenders, they can still be top contenders. So I mean to me,
you got more resources now too, though.
That's also true. Yeah,
more YouTube, more. You remember remember me and Pat in our era. I'm from the era where I used to have to mail a guy for VHS tapes of fights I didn't see. Like that's what I used to do. Like now you guys can just go to YouTube, so it's easier to get into now. That's why I think it's kind of better that some people kind of pick it up later because, like you said, you don't want to get burnt out. Like if your father or your uncle's forcing you to do it all the time, and you get old enough, you're like, man, I'm done with this shit, man.
Yeah, exactly. Some of these guys don't get to enjoy life properly. You know what I mean? They've spent their whole childhood in the gym while their friends are just like getting late or doing something, and it's like, oh, I'm missing out on the fun. They get to a certain age where they don't need their dad to go to the gym no more. They don't need their parents to guide them to the gym, and they just start doing their own thing. They start falling off. And also, a lot of the guys that are starting late, some guys are quite athletic already. They're in a different kind of sport, so they're quite athletic. I mean, skill you could always learn along the way. You could always learn, but if you got heart, then it shouldn't be easy. It shouldn't be hard to pick up, in my opinion.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, boxing. I mean, we've seen plenty of boxers that have had the skill to actually do something like that, but they lack the heart or the will to actually do better or to be better. And then you see them just fall off. They lose fights they shouldn't lose, and they're just like, and then eventually they become like, kind of like, do you remember this guy? Something like that. So you definitely got to have heart. Yeah, because you can't, because boxing it's a hurt business. Like you gotta love taking those punches. You gotta love the training. You gotta love everything about it, the good and bad. Like I know most people, they get when they get to the money thing, but you still gotta remain motivated to actually put in the work to maintain it or to even keep getting that money until your body can't do it no more. That type of deal.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what it is. And so in terms of boxing, obviously since you're a lacer, so did you have like an influence, who's your biggest all-time influence, or your current, or in terms of active fighters, who's your current influence?
Currently, I'm a Crawford guy. I think Crawford's the best out there.
Yeah,
Crawford. But like overall, all time, I remember I got into this late, so I was watching Floyd and AB coming through, and I'm looking at all the glamour. I'm saying, Jesus, what it comes with. I'm about that life, and then I get into it, and I realized, this is not what it looked like. For me, what these guys, and then I started looking at Andre Ward a bit more, and so those are my guys that I kind of look to when I got into boxing, or now that I'm trying to pick up things from certain fighters and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, you said Floyd and AB, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Floyd. Obviously, Floyd. No matter, what you think of him, Floyd is your boxer's boxer. I mean, Floyd came up the old school way. Like, Floyd. Floyd will tell you, it's like, defense pays the bills. Don't take these punches if you don't need to. Don't care about how you fight. Just do what you gotta do, and then get out of the sport healthy and still be able to talk. Similar to Ward's mentality, although unfortunately with Ward, his prime was kind of cut short because he had injuries upon injuries accumulated. And then AB, well, God bless him. We just hope that he gets out of the sport kind of clean.
He gave you a different template though. He taught you about the whole marketing and be outgoing and
100%,
embrace it.
Money. Like just you're thinking that the lifestyle, the flashy lifestyle. What everyone kind of wants. It's like, oh shit.
Right,
you realize very quickly ain't
AB's
like that.
hilarious, you know. So it's like
AB's funny, man.
Shout out to AB.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking
100%,
forward
that's
to
it.
whenever he comes back, if he does
Oh
or
man,
whatnot.
yeah.
Because these fights kept getting postponed, and
I
all
know,
of
man. I
that.
was looking forward to that. Back in February, I was waiting. I was like, AB's back.
yeah, like 3
Like just
opponents.
the other day, I was watching these All Access again. I'm like, nah, we need this AB back, man.
Yeah.
But,
He's
yeah,
in
man.
shape right now,
The
though.
sport needs a
Yeah,
Broner
he's
knockout. I'm sorry, it just
Like-
needs that right now.
Like he quit,
Yeah.
quit, drinking. He mentioned, so that's pretty dope. He's opening up and telling
Yeah, of course.
he's
Yeah,
in shape.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
He's getting himself together, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I know, because I know before I was going back and forth. It's like, should I get the credit for this fight to actually go down to Atlanta? And I was kicking it back in my head, but then something was always telling me something might go wrong because it had the co-main with Tevin Farmer and Mickey Bay on it. And that fight's been postponed even more times than AB been postponed.
Yeah.
that's a bad luck fight.
That fight was meant to be in Ghana.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be Africa,
Yeah.
sponsored by Sprite, right, or something like that.
Yeah, something mad, and then they went somewhere else. I can't remember where they went, but it got pulled on the day. Apparently they were in the change room getting warmed up, and they started being paid, so they said we're not fighting.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking,
that was wild.
I think, that fight ain't happening. I don't know why they keep rescheduling that.
Yeah, and I think it was a jinx for the Broner fight to have put in that fight on the card, and then after that,
Yeah.
I mean, besides that, they had his first opponent got his jaw broken 2 places for sparring a heavyweight. Reportedly, it was talk about stupid things to do before.
I didn't even know that. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's very dumb. It's very dumb.
I'm just looking at the look on your face. You're like, what?
I didn't even know that. He's a 140-pounder sparring a heavyweight. Are you crazy?
Yeah. Honestly, because it was one of those things that we couldn't believe it, but then there was just a lot of.
And it was like the week before the fight, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks before,
dumb as fuck.
hard sparring. I don't even know why you're hard sparring that close to the fight as anyway. But a heavyweight, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's some shit you do early in camp. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and then Lundy, of course, was supposed to fill in, and then unfortunately he broke another contract, so he ended up getting sued, and he had to pull out of the fight. And then they were trying to fight. They even had it on tweet. It was like, "Hey, we'll pay you $175,000." Oh,
yeah.
We put an ad on Facebook. Yeah,
and then you had Michael
Oh,
Williams,
shit.
that kid Michael Williams, who was supposed to fight, and I thought it was going to happen, and that fell.
Well, that's the one we're talking about. That's the one that got his jaw broke.
Scroll up.
Yeah, but it seems to be snake bit, and then of course AB left. BLK Prime, and now he signed with Don King. So hey, we hope that Don King will put him on some card this year, maybe.
That's a mad link up too.
Yeah, it is.
That's a mad link up.
Yeah, I mean, it can either Broner can give Don King one more gasp of. I wouldn't say he's always going to be relevant because Don King is a legend in the sport.
They're both always going to be relevant. That's why it's the mad link up.
That's why, you're right. That's why the mad link up. It was like, oh shit.
That's Sully and Deshane, like.
Yeah. Hopefully Don King will say, hey, we'll give him a fight in there, give him an opponent, and then hey, we'll see a King Vision pay-per-view one more time in 2023. Hopefully at least. Maybe let's give AB at least one more push, as he's not drinking. He did get himself into some shape. See if he can actually, make one more run in the sport.
Maintain that, definitely.
What's he about? 32?
Yeah, he's
33.
He's 33.
Yeah, 33.
He's gonna be 34 this year. He's a year older than me.
Oh shit, 34 this year. Well, he's not too. I mean, fighters last a bit longer, like in this era. I think
they're preserved like Crawford. He's like 35, 36.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I feel like it depends on also like your lifestyle.
Your lifestyle,
Crawford's a guy that he's always in the gym. He's not drinking. He's not like doing like just activities that would hurt him in the ring. Because some fighters they have the activities and eventually it just catches up to you, especially when you're in your 30s. So
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, Broner is still technically in prime age, and he hasn't taken a lot of beatings, per se, because he's high. I mean, that's one thing about him. Like, it's hard to knock him out because he's very super defensive. Like,
he has a high level chin, definitely.
Yeah.
But Pacquiao was piecing his ass up though.
I mean, him and Danny Garcia, they'll never quit unless they get knocked out. Those guys just have chins as granite.
Yeah, no, so I mean, like I said, we just hope that AB will actually make one more run because I think the boxing scene, the world boxing scene, hell, the American boxing scene, would probably love to see like one more run with him, like in some big fight that hoping that he can win. That's another thing.
Yeah.
But speaking of your boxing journey, Denzel, in terms of obviously you're fighting, like what's your favorite type of punch, your favorite weapon, your favorite punch?
I think the right uppercut.
Oh, uppercut. So that's why you said the magic word. We love uppercuts around here.
Good one, yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Good.
A good uppercut lands. Whew.
Yeah, because
taking your head off still.
Because before it used to be no one really wanted to throw uppercuts as as a shot anymore. It seemed like for a while, it's just like everyone wanted to just throw the right hand and that was that. No one.
On the left hook.
Yeah, or left hook.
But I guess like sometimes the uppercut, like sometimes throwing it can be risky. If you don't see it and you throw the uppercut and you miss the uppercut, you're getting countered bad.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's a risky shot. But if you know how to get in range and throw that, you're all right.
Right, and then also I know me and LB, like we kind of mentioned before, like if you also get hit with the uppercut, that means you failed. That means your defense failed you. Like
especially if you know him for getting hit with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, shoot.
But that's what's up. Yeah, no, we love uppercuts because I know my man Shuttleworth. We had a video and a song that he created called Uppercut Season. We can send you a link to it, but it's a compilation of all types of brutal uppercut, knockdowns or knockouts.
Every uppercut you could think of.
Right.
Anthony Joshua, Tyson.
Yeah, to this day, like that Anthony Joshua uppercut of Klitschko and seeing his head just go up like a pest will still stay in my mind. It will still stay in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, we love uppercuts right here. So that's a good
great answer.
Yeah. We love uppercuts around here.
That gets a thumbs up, ring gang approval on that one.
That's what it is. So also another thing on your boxing, what do you think is the biggest lesson that you've learned on your boxing journey? Since obviously as a late starter, I know you must have learned some very hard lessons.
Yeah, my first loss as a pro, that was probably the biggest.
The Felix Cash.
Yeah, the Cash fight. Yeah. Just living anyhow, making weight how I felt like making weight, sleeping when I wanted to sleep, thinking I can box, so I'm all right. Not knowing that preparation is key. Like you could prep as much as you want in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna go to the gym every day anyway. The coach is gonna put you through your paces anyway, regardless. But it's what you do outside the gym that counts. Like you was saying earlier, lifestyle. I'm not saying I was out partying and drinking, but I probably just like eating anyhow, or maybe not eating, thinking shit, I'm a bit heavy today, going to bed late, just doing some mad things. You know what I'm saying? So then I realized, you know what, this ain't a joke. You gotta kind of fix up like how you gonna bounce back. Are you gonna fold or you're gonna step up to it? You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of channel myself into the next kind of energy kind of thing. Yeah.
So I got a question for you, Denzel. Because I remember seeing that you had a very short amateur career. Like you only had like 20, less than 20 fights. I can't remember.
17 fights.
What was like if you can, like even though your amateur career was short, what do you think is the biggest difference to you, like going in from an amateur to a pro? Because we all know the amateur game and the pro game are very different. Like what stood out to you that was different, that when you got to the pros it was like, oh, this is a different game, it's not like the amateurs, even though your amateur career was short? Like was there anything that stood out to you like that?
Yeah, the physicality. Everyone's fit and strong. Everyone. Like everyone's in shape. Like even when they're not in shape, they can do 6 rounds at least at a good pace, and you're thinking, shit, I can do 3. Like you're doing three rounds at a fast pace, just touching, pitty patty shots. But these guys get real physical. They sit in a solid stance. They sit in their shots. They throw solid jabs. When you get in close, they know how to work. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh shit, I gotta get stronger. You know what I mean? Like, that's the first thing.
Yeah, it's like
I gotta get stronger.
The physicality is like that's the one that like you really get that when you're in the pro games. I always look back to about Vasily Lomachenko and how great of a boxer he is. But then when he went up a guy in against Alito that was rough and tough, he didn't know what to do with that because
you're not used to it. Exactly. You can have all the skills you want, but you need something to kind of hold them skills up. You know what I mean? Like you can't like Floyd was strong. People don't realize Floyd was a tough guy. Do you know what I mean? Like he could move and stuff, and he could box. Well, later in his career, when he wasn't so forward coming, people don't realize. Like everyone thought the key to Canelo was to box him. The way Floyd held the center a few times. He had Canelo on the ropes. He held the center, stiff jabs and that. He's throwing him downstairs, come back upstairs, right hooks and stuff. But people just think you just got to move around, like how Billy Joe and Caleb Plant were trying to beat him. You can't move consistently like for 12 rounds. You got to be able to hold your ground at certain points in the fight inside, then come off, find spots to breathe. There's just so much more to it, man. There's so much, and obviously these guys are elite guys. I'm not trying to coach anyone on how to do their thing, but
talk your shit.
You're
spitting right now.
You on Ring Radio? Talk your shit.
There's gonna be some young boxer, some young kid who's gonna take this and hear this and be like, you know what? He's right. Like, so spit, talk your shit. Like, never feel that way on Ring Gang. Nah, like,
yeah. No, these guys. I remember everyone saying, "Yeah, Floyd beat him because he boxed him." But when you watch the Floyd fight, Floyd was everywhere. Floyd would be going backwards, coming forward, hold his ground a little bit, keep Canelo on the ropes, pin him on the ropes. When he wants to move, he moves. He controlled the pace. But when you're just letting Canelo control the pace, thinking I'm moving and hitting him, he's going to catch you eventually. He's going to walk you down and catch you. The only person that was able to do it well was Bivol, but he's a big dude. He was a lot bigger than him.
He was a lot bigger, yeah. With Floyd,
he was a lot bigger, yeah.
Yeah, Bivol did it like in a way where obviously, like, I mean, if you gave Canelo more than 3 rounds in a fight, you know, you was probably smoking rock. So
or you're a fan, or you're a fanboy,
or you're a fanboy.
Yeah.
And most of Canelo's losses are alleged losses.
Yeah.
He wins usually like 3 or 4 rounds anyway.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, but
even with the Amir Khan fight, Amir Khan, they had people said they had him winning.
Yeah, Amir Khan was winning, but you knew he was getting set up though.
No, right. I mean people had Canelo winning.
Oh wow! Like,
I'm thinking
that's
Canelo
crazy.
was up on the cards. I'm like, how? Like Amir Khan was winning until he held that.
Don't talk boxing with them no more.
Yeah, it's surprising what a knockout can do. I mean, because like I said, because it was a mid-round knockout, but most people, like, when you bring it up, it's like most people forgot, like, Khan was putting hands on Canelo, and like,
it was like 4-1.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah, listen,
I mean,
crazy.
Although Amir Khan was definitely kind of one of the kings of he was winning until he wasn't. He was winning until he got knocked out.
Exactly.
You're right. It's true. I think every fight apart from Crawford, he was winning until he got knocked out. Still.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That Crawford fight was weird with Khan.
He was getting sleep, so we just had to find a way out. He got hit in the leg, said it was low, we can't continue.
That low blow.
I never seen a man say, I can't continue that, but boy, he's to their own, man.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I think I took the Crawford fight as this was just a cash grab from like one more cash grab in the.
They paid him like that, shit.
Yeah, they paid him.
Yeah, they did.
You know, and then
I was surprised he made that. I'm like, I think it was like $5 million or something. Like,
he got paid. He got paid well.
Yeah, so I mean, I
pay for that name, boy. Pay for that name for that resume, man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
but still, as much as I love Bud, his resume was struggling at that. At that weight class. You know what I mean? At welterweight, especially. So
yeah, I mean, but the Khan that went life and death with Maidana in a war and won that Khan was gone. Like this was a Khan that just wanted to get his money and be out.
The Khan was on a bad run at that time though. Like you got to look the Algieri fight. He should have lost that. Then he gets a Canelo fight. He loses that. Then I think it's the Samuel Vargas fight. He gets dropped.
Yeah.
It struggles. Like he gets touched up in that fight. And then I think, does he have that? He fights somebody else or he doesn't, and then he gets that fight, right?
I mean, he fought Billy.
I think it's that Phil LaGreco, something like that.
Yeah, Phil LaGreco.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
And then he fought Billy Dib. In that.
Oh shit! He did that in Saudi. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Saudi.
Yeah. Billy Dib's not even his weight. He's a featherweight, I swear.
Yeah.
It was crazy because like Billy Dib was featherweight, and then he had to go up to like 140 something, and I'm just like, I was like, they must have been paying him a bag for that. Like,
But didn't he do that with Barrera too?
I don't think he did that with Barrera.
No, he did that with
I think
Barrera.
Barrera was on the
Oh,
level.
okay.
But shouts out to
was on, I think Khan just
Billy
whooped him because
Dib.
Barrera was just done by that time. Marco Antonio Barrera.
Billy
Yeah.
Dib's cancer, so shout out to Billy Dib.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that as well. He's got cancer. I wish him
That's
speedy
awesome.
recovery, man.
That's so you went through a journey with them. It's kind of sad, but a good ending. I mean,
Yeah, no. I mean, I was never a fan of Billy Dib. I've actually watched Billy Dib live. I'm probably one of the people that actually would admit that. But but the cancer thing, no one deserves to go through cancer or suffer from cancer. So like we saw his journey from the beginning. And I know he said it's in remission. So shout outs to him. Like he was positive. Showed his wife and his kid. And everything like that. So I mean, hopefully, because I know he said that he might make one more run in the boxing once he like fully recovers and from the chemo and everything like that. So yeah, definitely salute to Billy Dib on that one.
Yeah.
But then that Billy Dib conflict was kind of like, oof. Yeah, he didn't want to see that because Dib couldn't hurt Khan, and that's a problem. Khan gets hurt by a lot of people. Dib couldn't hurt him because it was just too big.
Too big, yeah, exactly. I don't even think Billy Dib hurt much people at 130, did he?
No.
Not really.
He was never hurting Khan. Nah.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I would agree.
He had decent pop and he had the hand speed, but it just the style was too like herky jerky, too like his style needed to be smoother to be more effective. It wasn't bad or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, but Khan had a journey of opponents to get to to where he got with the Crawford fight.
Yeah,
he sure did. But another question for you, Denzel. What are the mistakes or the things that you regret that you wish that you can change in your career?
Like regrets.
I don't really have any. I think everything I've done in my career so far has got me to where I am today. I think my career got kind of pushed quickly or quicker than it should have been during lockdown.
Okay.
Lockdown.
True,
During lockdown, I had my first step up against, an opponent that was only lost to one person, and I was still considering my amateur career. I was still in that stage where I wanted these fights, but was I ready for it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was like 12 fights in, and I was fighting someone that was like, I can't remember the record, but they'd only lost one fight to the same person twice.
Mm-hmm.
After I beat him, I got offered a fight against Mark Kefron. He's at super middleweight now.
Right.
He was like 25-1, only lost to Liam Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I'd only had 13 fights. So I'm saying he'd had more knockouts than I had fights.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of pushed me quickly. Got to that fight, my first time going 10 rounds, and I drew. Pissed. I'm like, nah, I beat that guy. I know I did. Fought him in a rematch, and I stopped him in a rematch.
Yeah, you stopped him. Yeah.
But like, I was just pissed. I just was hurting.
Take it in blood.
Bro. You were chatting shit like, oh, you didn't win. I'm like, bro, you didn't even look confident when they were announcing the results. But all of that has just got me to where I am today. Like, even with the loss, if I'd have beat Cash, I don't know, maybe I would have took a worse loss down the line. Do you know what I mean? I would have been like, oh, whatever I'm doing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of mentality. So I just keep doing what I'm doing and get away with little things outside the gym. So I don't really regret anything.
I mean, lucky for you, I mean, Cash is still, he's still undefeated. I mean, he's still a name and everything like that. So it's not like it's a name. It can't be held against you on your record that you lost to him. So no, it's true. But it was a bad loss, bro. Like, I remember going home saying, "Yo, was it bad?" Because I hadn't seen it yet. I'm asking my people, like, how did that look? You know what I'm saying? So. Mm-hmm. It kind of fueled me differently. It made me realize that I got to be about that after. I just got to leave it alone. And obviously I want to box and I wanted to, continue and I want to be a world champion even with that. So the way I had to build up was different. I had to go out there and actually earn my strikes back. And now I feel like my position is earned rather than given to me. So
Yeah, I don't look at anything still.
I've always thought that you learn more about a fighter through a loss than you do through a win. Like when they lose and they have to go through that, especially the first loss. Some fighters don't know how to react to that first loss. But like some of them, they take it. You know what? Like, okay, it's a lesson. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna just build up, come back stronger. So that's a good mentality. Look at it. Like, okay, it's not gonna break me. It's gonna make me stronger.
Yeah, I remember I went straight back to the gym. I was like, yo, get me another fight. I know obviously you get suspended for about a month or whatever, but I was like, hey, I need another fight ASAP. I can't end on that. Coach was like, hey, take your time. I'm like, no. I want to go now. He's had to hold me back for a minute. I'm like, I can't sit on that. Because every time someone speaks to me, they're going to keep asking me that. Fuck that. I can't have that.
Who wants the loss to be the last thing in their memory? Like, nah.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, nah, man.
Keep your career going.
Yeah. Some people take like a year out and stuff. I'm like, no. Get me out right now.
Horrible. A year? Shit.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, you have gone through like a war or something like that. Like, there's got to be like some injuries or something that warrant you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more than a year.
Exactly. No, it's true. Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, that's always the weirdest thing. Like when fighters take these long. Now, if you're taking a long layoff and you need a break, that's fine. But if it's just like, I like to do take a break every 16 months or whatever, and there's no real good reason, other than just that's a problem. Like, that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Salute to the chat. I see. Salute Chris Brand. Salute Squad and salute the champ. Salute Lex V. What they do? Yeah, they be hating on AB uppercut season. So yeah, just have to shout out the chat real quick.
No doubt. So Denzel, so what's the best advice you've received during your boxing journey?
That's a good question, I can't think right now, but I know I've received some good advice,
Mm-hmm.
But probably right off the top of my head, just the same thing, man. Don't quit. Like, you gotta be fully in or fully out. You can't be half stepping. So
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey man, that is the best advice. AP, you got a personal shout out in the chat, man.
Oh yeah, my guy Sakib, he's from the UK. Okay, he's like, yeah, we interview Brits. We got love for Brits. I didn't want to pack y'all all up. I fuck with the Brits. So that's some people on Twitter that don't like the Brits. Yo, Ring Gang, we love everybody. We don't care where you from. If you can,
we got Brits in the Ring Gang. Like,
exactly.
We got like 3 of them. Like, I'm sorry they not on the podcast with us today, but shout outs to Clanarchy who make all the beats. Our animator, prolific genius, aka Ring Gang TV, and RTDZ who be doing the graphics. So yeah, like. We worldwide, and we got someone in Canada too. So yeah.
UK, man. We have nothing but love for the UK. Shoot, and UK fighters because like I said, because the UK fighters, they come out of nowhere, and that's a perfect segue into our next topic, the state of the game. Because obviously, I think Denzel, you made a lot of fans when you went for your first world title shot. Against someone that has been calling himself the boogeyman of the division, this, day, and that. Every day on Twitter it's the boogeyman this or something like that, saying something crazy, saying something wild. Of course,
in broken English too. Like, my goodness, like, it's not funny. Like, god damn, like just go. Yeah, we gonna talk about that fight.
Let's talk about Janabek Alim. Let's say is it Alim Kanala, something like that. It's how you pronounce it, something like
Kazakh
that.
style, whatever.
Or aka Kazakh style.
Yeah.
And I know Denzel, like you weren't really given a lot of respect into the buildup of the fight. Because Janabek was just running his mouth like this, that, this, I'll fight anyone.
Looking past you.
It's like I'll fight anyone except Triple G because he's my senior brother. But I want to unify. It's like, how does that work when your senior brother holds 2 of the middleweight titles?
I'm the boogeyman.
Yeah, I'm the boogeyman. This and because
you don't want to fight the former boogeyman, like
exactly.
Yeah, so and then you get, of course, you fight him, and in the space of 12 rounds, you made him look incredibly ordinary. Like, I know there was a little bit of a slow start by you, Denzel. Not gonna lie, I thought to myself, okay, it's a little slow start, and he's doing what he usually does. But then when you started putting in some work in the mid rounds, and then you saw him like, he was like, wait a minute, he's actually fighting me back now. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
The mid rounds, basically, shit. Like,
Yeah. And then basically, and then you saw him starting to gas too, which is nothing. I was like, okay, the boogeyman is gassing out. Like, I don't, that's not supposed to happen. And it was pretty much, it was very tit for tat, you know.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Yeah, especially in the last from the 10th round on, it was just like, you know, I think you guys were both on fumes. Like I know you were willing yourself, and Janet Beck was just like, please get this guy off me. Like
that was a good show at the end. I mean, the performance all through the fight, but at the end, like y'all really went at it, and like I'm proud of you. That was a great fight. Like, people want to put respect on the name, and you was like really like kind of put your foot in his ass. Like
you did.
You kind of had to make it. You made him kind of take the 12th round.
Yeah.
Right.
I think you won the round.
You won the event.
Yeah,
you won the fight, but you definitely went home the winner of the event, because it's like I was more impressed with your performance than I was with him. And honestly, I felt like you took the role of the puncher in the fight, because there was all this boogeyman bullshit going into it. And honestly, it didn't really seem like his punches moved or bothered you. Like, I know punches hurt. You know, we all boxing here, but it seemed like you got more of the puncher reaction when you hit him than vice versa, and he's the boogeyman. So it was nice to see that dynamic as well, because you was working good uppercuts on the inside. But you was really pushing him back, and I really appreciate it. That was good fighting. That was good shit.
No, I appreciate that, man. That fight was just like, it got kind of thrown on me last night in the midst of I had a fight before that, and it just got kind of put to me. So I thought I'll get through this and I'll get straight back into camping and I'll go out there. So but I've always felt like if I'm gonna fight someone for a title, it would be him, because I ranked with the WBO and I knew he was next in line. But when everyone gave him the boogeyman title and all of that stuff, I watch boxing. Like I don't listen to. I mean, the media are doing their job and hyping them. Top Rank are doing their job and trying to get the money's worth of, you know, whatever they're paying them or whatever they're putting into him. But I didn't see him as a puncher, not as a heavy puncher. I saw him as a sharp puncher. I think he was knocking guys out because his shots were so sharp and they flowed. They're probably not even seeing the punch coming and it's taking them out. I didn't see him as a heavy puncher like Golovkin, because when Golovkin hits guys, their faces busted up. That's a heavy puncher.
Yeah, and that's a true boogeyman. Even as
you.
He was more Johnny Beck was more precision hunt than
precision. Yeah, like someone lands a shot on you and shot touches and your eyes start swelling or your mouth busts or your nose busts or the jaw. That's a heavy puncher. That's someone you don't want to be hit by. I ain't really seen anyone that Johnny Beck has fought that he's hit with a shot and they get a cut or their nose is busted or their mouth and they're like Golovkin versus a Gabe Rosado type fight. That's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a man with heavy hands. So when everyone's saying that, I'm saying, he ain't no puncher. He's a slick fighter, but you don't keep making him think he's a puncher. He's gonna fight wrong. He's gonna start fighting like he's a puncher, and he's not. So I don't really fear any. I don't fear anyone anyway. Listen. I'd fight anyone my weight class. It's
of course.
What's the worst that can happen, bro? Like, it's a fair fight, bro. I ain't getting jumped outside. Like, it's a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, man, I've been in worse situations. So if you're gonna tell me I fight this guy one-on-one, they're gonna pay me and I get a world title shot, I'm more scared of. I think this era now, a lot of guys are just scared to lose rather than like, oh, let's just go, let's just have a fight. I think everyone should fight. Like, this is what we do for a living. Do you know what I mean? But so with that fight, I didn't really go in with any fear. But what I could say is I went in trying to find out too much about him early on, if that makes sense. So I went in there. I started slow because it's like, all right, let's see what he's got.
Right.
Let's see if he's really this big puncher or if I'm underestimating him. Let me see what he's trying to set up. So I'm throwing little shots and he's just jerking and coming back. He's throwing little feints and I'm reading his rhythm. But it's just taking me a bit long to clock onto it because he's not landing anything heavy. So I'm thinking, you're not hitting me. I'm saying I'm good. But at the same time, I'm not really hitting him and he's pushing me back and I'm moving and he might be landing the odd pop shot here and there. And I'm thinking, cool, I got to step on it now. And then the end of the fourth, I kind of pressed at the end and my coach was like, look, this is how you're not winning this fight. This is how you ended that fourth is how you got to start the next round. Like, okay, I can do that. I'm saying I can press it. And then I got inside, and I thought, this guy ain't even strong. This is mad.
Yeah.
So I'm just chatting to myself, and now I'm like, bro, like I'm stronger on the inside. But I remember watching this guy. Everyone that stood in front of him, he'd let his hands go. So in my mind, it was like, okay, don't be too close to him because you're just going to start throwing in combinations and he might catch you. So just try to be at a distance. But then when it got to the fifth, I realized I was better off up close. So when I got in close and I was landing the shots like you were saying, Charles, I think when I'm hitting him, it was like he was feeling it more than I was feeling his shots hitting me.
You were, yeah, because
we could see that. Yeah.
I hit him with a right into the body. I'm sure it cracked his rib. I heard him go, oh. I was like, oh shit, I got you. I was like, I got you. So now I'm throwing shots, but he knew how to play the game and blow the shots and take a breather and come back, work in spurts. And I'm just thinking, I'm letting my hands go. I got to land as much as I can.
Right.
So it was. I started late because I was taking too long to try and figure him out, and I should have just stepped on him from the get go. I don't know if the scorecards would have been any different though, but that's all good.
I don't know, but the fight and the effort, to me personally, is deserving of a rematch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I want a rematch. That's why it's crazy. But I don't know. I'm not a mad guy that just shouts online for no reason, like what he does on Twitter. Whoever controls his Twitter account, that's all weird to me. I didn't go out like that. But I know for a fact, I've been telling my team, listen, I want this rematch, and they're saying we're going to work. And I know Frank works closer with Bob, so I've just got to do a bit more in my career to kind of earn that rematch because that was a voluntary and no one had a clue who I was. So he's probably thinking, hey, to go through all of that again, for what reason?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's thinking, nah, that ain't worth it. Like, I'm skipping this guy, but I'm fighting in 2 weeks. I iced this guy and I look good. Have another fight, ice that guy and look good. I think I want the rematch. Like, yo, let's get cracking by the end of the year. Give me a real
we'll help promote it, bro.
By the end of the year.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely help promote it because
we'll help promote it. We want to see it, like shit.
You made a name for yourself.
I think I can beat that guy. Oh, bro.
Honestly, yo,
I watched that fight.
You can.
I skipped the first 4 rounds.
No, I mean, you won. I feel like you won more rounds clear than he did. I'm not saying that because you're on the podcast. I feel like the rounds that you won more clear than he won his round. I mean,
yeah, but go ahead, Denzel.
So no, that's how I feel when I watch it, but it's me, innit? I'm probably biased a bit. But that judge that gave me 2 rounds is taking a piss. He probably thought that scorecard before the fight even started.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Look, you won at least 4 to 5 rounds. I felt like if you would have won another round in the first half, you could have really made a case for like a draw.
Yeah.
But you definitely in the like a 115, 113 type of fight he won. Like that's your rounds were bigger and clearer. Like you was hurting him, pushing him back. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, yo, knock this next opponent out. Keep icing these guys. I want to see a fucking rematch. Johnny Beck is not no fucking goddamn boogeyman. No, we talking to the boogeyman killer right now. We trying to get that rematch.
I'm picking that name still. Hey, boogeyman killer. That's me, boy. Hey, listen. My next fight's against a southpaw. That's how much I want this rematch.
We're gonna start with T-shirts.
I'm taking, bro. So
we started with Boogeyman Killer T-shirt.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, get me them T-shirts, dude.
Boogeyman Killer.
I have to go back into the lab now. We need them Boogeyman Killer T-shirts.
Yo, because because that one judge, in your fight, the other judges were 116, 112. There was 2 of them. I'm like, but the other one that scored at 118, 110, that was some bullshit. They
didn't watch the fight. At least 116, 112. They saw the fight. That's a decent score. 115, 113 is probably the best score.
Yeah.
But
that's how I was kind of scoring when I watched it.
But you definitely won more than 2 or 3 rounds. Like
easily. But that's because these guys weren't respecting me. They were just probably thinking I'm coming there to this was meant to be a showcase for Johnny Beck, you know what I mean? And I ended up coming up better than I thought I did at the time when I lost. But at the end of the day, like I said, my next fight's a southpaw. I just want to keep fighting southpaws till I get that rematch because I'm ready, man. I want to fight that guy again, man.
Yeah, because Janet Beck is right now. Because Janet Beck, instead of saying he'll fight anyone, he's like, "Oh, we want champions now." Because he's changing his words a little bit. It's like, nah, like it's like, I want, I want the other middleweight champions. I mean, there's no other middleweight champions. 2 of the belts, Triple G is
vacant now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, it's
Yeah.
like who you gonna face?
And even if he didn't, he wouldn't have fought Triple G anyway.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But yet, Carlos Adames is calling him out, and it's crickets from Janabek.
I saw that as well.
He don't want to fight nobody that could give him some trouble or could beat him. Like he knows.
They're trying to preserve him, man. They know that's what they gave him this next fight. I just see some fighting out.
Murata beat him. Murata beat this guy.
Oh, is it? Yeah. See what I'm saying. So this is the showcase. They want to make him feel like a boogeyman again after icing this guy, and then they start saying whatever they need to say. But I don't know.
But that's the thing. They never could really make him look like a boogeyman. Like they will put these type of opponents in front of him, and he never honestly looks impressive. Like he never just blows anyone away to make you just be like, all right, like yo, y'all gotta look for this dude. Like,
yeah. No, I'll tell you what. The fight before me, that guy Danny Dignam got back there in 2 rounds.
Yeah, honestly, that was a brutal knockout. I'm not gonna lie.
It was.
He's better than that though. I gotta give him credit because I know my sparring. He's better than that. I think he just went in there, you know, a bit too wary, I mean, maybe the bright lights got to him, but he's better than that. But hey, it is what it is, isn't it? You're only as good as your last fight. But that was literally the only one that made me think, okay, you got Saturday. But when I was watching him over the night,
was that the Diggler?
Dignam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking myself with Vaughn Alexander, and I thought he's kind of pushing you as well. So I don't know, man. Nothing else really got my attention against him still.
Yeah, because I mean, because we have very strong opinions on the middleweight division because the middleweight division used to be a very high glamour division.
Historically, historically it is.
Historically, you know, it's the first division in boxing, so it's like just to see the state of it now. I mean, like middleweight division is like, I mean, obviously, arguably the best middleweight is pretty much maybe on his way into retirement, and he just vacated 2 of his belts. And then the middleweights themselves, that the fights that have been happening are not been inspired. Like your fight was probably with Janabek is part of the rare middleweight fight that's like, oh shit, this was a good middleweight fight.
That was the last decent middleweight fight besides Golovkin Murata, and before that was Derevyanchenko Adamas, and before that was you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get one good middleweight fight each year,
right?
If you're lucky.
I mean,
if you're lucky.
What are your thoughts about? What are your thoughts on the division that you're operating in? Like, what do you think about these middleweights out there?
No, you lot are mentioning it, and I kind of agree with you guys. But for me, I'm just thinking that this is opening up, and I'm ready to slide in there and get my hands on one of these belts, and you know, be ready to put in some work. Because listen, I'm willing to literally fight anyone. I think Charlo needs to be a bit more active. He needs to put in a bit more work as well. Because Charlo's a middleweight champion, and
he hasn't fought in 2 years.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? He ain't fought in 2 years, and at middleweight, he hasn't had any like career defining fights at middleweight. I mean,
that's also true. I mean, yeah, we've talked about that in the past.
And I'm a Charlo fan, so I'm not digging him, but that's just what it is, bro. You ain't really done nothing at middleweight to make you feel like you're one of you had a solid middleweight career. I like middle, the fight with J-Rock and a few other guys, good fights, but at middle.
Yeah, middle. No, I mean,
they always bring up that J-Rock that J-Rock knockout, like
the jab, the drop,
and the uppercut, like
the uppercut.
Yeah.
That was deadly.
And it's not like he's not Jamal Charlo is not a quality fighter, but yeah, like it seems like, you know, you think that going up from 154, where he was highly successful at, you know, he had a great run at 154. Then you go once you think you're gonna do something, and then you see all these fights because he's been middleweight champion there since like 2017, give or take. He's been at division. Yeah. He's been in division even before Triple G lost his 0. So it's like he's held some sort of. So it's like just to see what he's at now. It's just like, you know, like your best middleweight win is probably either Derevyanchenko. Yeah,
no,
and
Korobov.
Or Korobov, yeah.
Oh, Korobov, that was a horrible fight. But then again, I like that was a horrible fight. His brother just lost, so I allow him a little bit. But.
Yeah, I was at that. Plus, Korobov was coming in on like short notice because he was originally supposed to fight Willie Monroe, and then something happened with Willie Monroe, so they pulled him out and pulled in Korobov. So yeah, it was not going to be a good fight. So
yeah, well, Willie Monroe popped dirty because he took something. That was the reason why he got pulled out.
Oh, swear.
Damn. You be listening like, oh wow, damn, I didn't know that. Like,
I know that. Yeah, it's just.
oh shit.
I mean, for me, I feel like also with like Hurst, like I don't know, it's weird. The middleweight division, right? Like a lot of times it's just missed opportunities. Like with like certain guys that were at 160 that like they could have gotten that fight and like their moment was taken from them. A guy that I think is like Demetrius Andrade. I was a big fan. I'm still a fan of Andre. When he was at 160, they had the fight lined up for him with Billy Joe Saunders, and they took
he popped dirty. Yeah, he popped dirty.
For me, that would have been his career.
Yeah. Having Andre.
Well, remember, Canelo ain't want to get undisputed at 160 because 168 was easier.
Yeah.
Y'all forget about, like, people forget that there was only one belt left at 160, Andrade, and he'd rather win and go and collect all the Dragon Balls at 168 instead of just getting one belt. Yeah. So, and when people say, oh, well, Caleb Plant and Billy Joe is a harder fight than Andrade, and I'm just like, nah. No. Good fighters, quality, but
definitely.
But not better. Like,
it's a shame Andre was on the zone matchroom and couldn't fight a Triple G or Munguia, you know, for the 3
years.
But
that's the thing, but that's the thing. They were all in the zone as well, so that could have happened.
Yeah. And Munguia, like,
they didn't want to fight. Munguia don't want to fight anybody, bro.
Yeah, Munguia, exactly. He does not want to fight nobody.
Mexico fighting somebody should have fought in his 15th fight. That makes no sense. The guys had like 30-something fights. I mean, like, how are you gonna have so many shots at a world title and turn it down?
Yeah,
they must be paying them some ridiculous money to fight these bums. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, you must be getting paid some ridiculous money.
Hey, I'm glad an operator at 160 is saying this, because we've been saying this because it's like, you know, it's like, and it's not like Munguia is not talented. He's clearly he has talent.
He's 50-50 with like everybody. Like, what's the fucking hold up? Like,
they don't want to put him in there with anybody.
Yeah. I'm glad a middleweight contender is actually saying it, because when we say it, motherfuckers say we haters, you hate Mexicans or some shit. Like, nah.
The guy, like you said, the guy's a good fighter, but he just don't want to fight anyone. And I think Oscar's paying him some good money to just do what he's doing. Because if he wasn't paying him, you'd want to get these fights that's going to pay, win, and get more money after. But if you're already getting paid a fortune to fight so many bozo in Mexico, no disrespect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Why am I going to fight you, Janabek, whatever, a world champion? That's a bit dangerous when I can just fight this guy in Mexico and get the same money.
Yeah, and then have a crowd. He does pull a crowd. Exactly. He does pull a crowd, you know.
Well,
hold on, he got El Terrible. He has a legendary Hall of Famer, all-action, balls to the walls trainer in Eric Morales, and I just don't know how, like, you can have a trainer like that and you're not compelled to take up a challenge. Because
I'll tell you why.
They're eating good.
I'll tell you why. Because that trainer of his, when people brought up names to him, he was like, "Well, what has this person done to get a fight with Munguia? This guy's not a draw. And this is a Hall of Famer saying that." So like, you know what the deal is when he's saying that. Oh, well, this person's not a draw. This person's not a draw. Hey, they got him on protective custody.
Yeah, it's official. Yeah, he making too much damn money. You know, them silk boxers he's sleeping in.
Good. They eating good, man. The coach eating good too, man. He's saying, "Hey, listen, don't worry about that, man. Just pay my money, man. You've been world champion."
Yeah, you know, exactly. You know, I mean, the only fight that they keep mentioning for him is Triple G, and you know, and like they didn't want to do Triple G like years ago when he came out because he's like, okay, the experience might be too great, and now it's just like, oh, you're Triple G. Now he's like 1 foot into retirement, and I'm like,
because he's old now, and
he's older now,
and he just wants another payday or two, and they sort of fired him. Morata was touching him up until he knocked him out. They're thinking, yeah, we could do this, but it's like, bro, fight someone, you know, go into a challenge.
I mean, I know has your team ever like tried to reach out to Oscar and them about wanting to get a fight with him?
No, but I'd love a fight with him. I ain't gonna lie to you. I watch this guy fight, and I think, nah, this guy's open. You know, he's taking life too easy. I think I'd get him.
Yeah.
I watched. He fought that guy. Is his name Bullard? Something? D. Bullard.
Black his guy. Last fight?
I know who you're talking about.
Before the last one.
Yeah. Pat, it's the one that kept getting postponed once, and then they finally made it. The black guy. He spars with Munguia. You know who I'm talking about. He had a lackluster performance.
Partner.
Yeah, it was his sparring partner.
Was it Ballard?
Ballard, yes,
Yeah,
Ballard.
that's his name.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
That performance, Munguia didn't really look in shape to me. The guy was weaving around a little bit, and then I think he caught him, and I just thought.
Yeah, I think he knew where his bread was kind of buttered on that one. He was like, you know what? Yeah, let me just collect this money and just I'll figure out the next fight.
Good. But he didn't look in shape that fight. He didn't look like someone that is hungry. Like, he just didn't look like someone that he looked like he ate too good.
And funny thing, I mean, he's still technically in his prime, but I mean, because we always say here, because we always like to say, the boxing gods, don't like all the shit. Eventually, something's gonna catch up to him, and the boxing gods are gonna punish him for what he's doing, how he's moving. He might take a loss to somebody he's not supposed to take a loss to, or if he does get in the ring with somebody, he might take a brutal loss.
Yeah.
We all think that's gonna happen to Munguia if he doesn't start moving right. The middleweight division, it's in a state of confusion right now. I mean, but as you said though, Denzel, it's opening up right now. The belts are coming free. I'm actually surprised that you weren't called for being IBF or WBA. Aren't you ranked for both of them, or no?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think I am. I'm ranked with WBO. I'm not sure if I'm ranked with WBC, but I'm actually not sure. I don't think I've actually checked since the Yannick fight.
Yeah, I see you're in WBO. I'm trying to check the other bodies right now. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking it's like you definitely need to be pushed into another title fight, whether it's a rematch with Janet Beck or elsewhere. But obviously go ahead.
Even if I get my hands to cut you, but even if I get my hands on one of them vacant titles, I want Dynamic next to unify, bro. I want that back. That's what I want 100.
See, that's the energy we want to hear, like real shit.
Yeah, because I know. I mean, right now, obviously, you're starting because you have a next fight. And you're fighting on the Joe Joyce card, like That's a huge fight, Joe Joyce and Zhang. With Mikael Mayer on the undercard.
We're all Juggernaut fans over here. We like Joe Joyce a lot. So
yeah, that's
he's half Nigerian, so you know how I feel about that.
Of course.
So but then you're looking to get a good spot in there. You're facing was it Kieran Smith? That's it's your opponent. Yeah. So I mean, what's your preparation been like for him?
It's been good, man. Same old, just loads of southpaw sparring. It's hard to get a variation of southpaws that tall. I think he's about 6'2", so. But yeah, preparation's been good. I've been in camp for a while, so just getting ready. I've been feeling good in the gym. I've been looking good in the gym, and I'm at that point where it's a waiting game. Like I said to you earlier, King P, like you just gotta wait for the moment now where I'm there. I'm itching. I'm just I want to get to fight. I just want to get to fight night. That's it. But
no, I hear you, and I know you're. So where are you now in terms of weight? Like, are you on point to make? I mean, it's 160 fight. Obviously, I think it's for the British middleweight title.
Yeah, I'm good. My weight is good, man. I've got a few pounds to lose. Not much at all. Like less than 10 pounds. Let's just say that I've got less than 10 pounds to lose. So that's easy.
That's what it is. And then, of course, we got another comment in there from Vader D. Says, big up, Too Sharp. Yes, sir. And then my boy, our boy Henny God, salutes everyone. That's what it is. And before, one more boxing related question before we get into some other non-boxing related questions, those are the fun ones. What do you think? What do you think? What would you do to improve the sport of boxing? And not just obviously not just on the domestic level, in the UK, but also just worldwide.
Me personally, or like what could be done, or like me personally.
What could be done? Yeah.
Just a lot more promoters linking up, making fights. Promoters not being so greedy sometimes, thinking about their channel and just thinking about the benefit of the sport. Because, for example, the Showtime Tank versus Garcia fight nearly collapsed because Showtime wanted to be head honcho even if their fighter lost, and it's like,
right.
Come on, bro. Let's just be fair. Let's just stop being greedy. Let's just be fair. If your fighter loses, it's only right that the fighter that won, their broadcasters or their promoters
it goes on their
honchos you become head honchos of the whole thing. You'll probably be on both channels again, but they take the lead and they do things how they want to do it.
Facts.
So I think a lot of it's greed. A lot of fighters are down to fight, each other. A lot of them ain't, but a lot of them are. But then again, I think promoters and stuff, block a lot of fights and obviously create excuses for other fighters. But
absolutely,
asking me personally, what would I do? Get my hands on a world title and fight everybody.
Yeah,
everybody. I ain't trying to slip and slide and we got to make smart moves. But I love to fight, so I fight everybody.
Yeah, that's definitely the promoters definitely do block. I mean, there's been so many examples of promoters blocking fights that should have happened. It should happen.
We just talked about Munguia.
Yeah, just Munguia, and then and then the fights then eventually go away because one or both fighters get diminished in a fight, in a hard fight, or they take a loss and they don't recover. Boxing is littered with all that, but it seems like it's just really been it's like the bottom line. But yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned Tank Garcia, because I mean, honestly now they come to where it's going to be not only on Showtime but on DAZN as well. And I think the other day Ryan Garcia was like, look, anyone who has a DAZN UK subscription, they get the fight as part of the subscription. They don't got to pay the pay-per-view or anything like that. Yeah. Do you have a DAZN account, by the way, Denzel?
I got some accounts.
No, I feel you. You got the same account I got.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, no incrimination. Enough said, bro. Enough said.
Yeah, I got BT Sports, so that's why I box on. So I got.
That nigga got that. That nigga got that super extreme package. I feel you, nigga.
It's been working for a while. If it's not broke, why fix it?
Don't fix it, exactly. There you go.
Yep.
So I wanted to ask you though, Denzel. So do you have like a normal, when you're going into a fight, like preparing training camp, do you have like a normal typical preparation that you're on, like something you always do for every fight, are you like the quiet prep nigga, or you like the loud rah type of nigga?
No. I'm the quiet prep type nigga. I just do my thing. I'm on the net. I'm scrolling and that, but I ain't got to post anything I do or just talking.
Silent killer vibe.
I don't speak out loud. Yeah, I don't speak out loud. I just do my thing. When I show up, You know what work I put in. That's me.
Right. Laser focus.
Is there anything because I've heard there's certain things that fighters, when they're in training, when they're in camp, they refrain from. Is there anything that you when you're in training, you're just okay, I'm not doing this, or I am doing that, or just any kind of routine like that?
I like to stay at home more. We like going out, so it's crazy because a lot of people support me. So when people are doing things for birthdays or an occasion comes up, I gotta miss it and I feel bad. But it's look, I'm fighting, so I gotta stay home. Of course, the usual. You gotta stay away from intercourse and all them things there. So that's number one. I don't want to test it and see, or maybe I'm one of the ones that can do that and.
Right. Test the limits and then
I'll follow the rules.
I mean,
just at home more.
Take the zinc supplements. That's all. You'll be good.
Yeah, I mean,
just take your zinc. Take the zinc. You'll be good.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is
I ain't trying to find out. I'm all right.
All I'm gonna say is I don't know how you deal with the training camp and not eating a lot of good stuff, because here in New York, in the Bronx, I got African spots by me. We got Ghanaian spots here. That food is good. That food make me fat. I can't be eating that. So
crazy. I gotta stay from all that food. I have obviously my nutritionist and stuff, so we have a diet, all that stuff. So I got to stay.
Oh, you have a nutritionist. That's what it is. So
yeah. After that cash fight, I changed everything, bro. I started eating.
So is it hard for you to maintain a middleweight weight, or you walk around at that?
No, I don't walk around at it at all. I'll be honest, it's getting harder. But I'm good for now. But I'm feeling the difference. I'm like, okay, last camp was a little bit easier than this time, but I'm good still.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I'm always amazed how Triple G, even at 40, can actually shrink himself down to middleweight like what he does. I know.
Crazy.
I know it's getting incredibly hard for him to do that, because it's and you see him, he's like a walking anatomy chart when he does it. It's just it's crazy.
You said it's getting harder though. That means we need the camp. We gotta get that Johnny back rematch by the end of this year.
Hey, yeah, that's what I'm
December,
trying to get for
November.
end of the year, bro. Yeah.
And
That's what I want it for. But
And we got a question in the chat from Joshua O. Hey, Denzel, did Kriegel issue you an apology after his disrespectful post-fight questions? He was pretty disrespectful.
He was very disrespectful. Nah, I ain't got
Yeah.
no time for that guy, man. I ain't spoke to that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I know you showed some real like restraint because you just had a hard fight. You pushed the house fighter, and I guess he was just like, well, like fuck him, it's like, I'll say whatever he wants. Like,
basically.
I'll say whatever I want to him. You don't gotta do nothing to me. Yeah.
That's
no, literally, even from the fighters meeting, like a lot of things went over my head, but when I sat down deep, I'm like, well, these guys ain't really respecting me, are they? Like,
what about Andre Ward and Tim Bradley? Like, were they in this fight? I know they're in the fighting meetings. Were they respectful towards you? Like, I mean, unlike
no, Andre Ward weren't there, but Tim Bradley was. He was asking some questions, and he was all right. He was all right. But when I heard the commentary talking about, you're right, he's scared and stuff, I was like, come on, man. I'm not scared, bro. I just think that's weird. I think you're gonna call the fighter scared after they've already stepped in the ring. Like that's half the battle done. Do you know what I mean? Like we're fighting now, and you're saying, "Oh, he's scared. He's just getting ready to get knocked out." And I'm like, "Yeah,
it had to be in the earlier rounds.
But he still said it. Like it was the earlier round, he still said it. Like, but
after a while, he was going in. I remember. Like
after a while, they had to stop.
Because you started beating his ass. But my whole thing is. Why use that word though? Like he could have said cautious. Like you were still downloading. Motherfucker said scared.
Like fighters not have to feel, what I'm saying, other fighters out and see what's coming back. The guy just said, oh, he's scared, and then he said he's just saying like, oh yeah, Janovic just letting him hit him so he can open up. Let him hit him. Come on, man. You're taking a piss now, man. You're just
taking the piss. Definitely.
That is the dumbest logic. He let you hit. He let you hit him so he could have a good fight, entertaining. Oh, get the fuck.
Okay, comic book anime logic. Like he's absorbing your power, so he can throw it back at you harder. Like that's what he's doing right there. Like Bradley, shut the fuck up. Like no.
Sakib in the comments. Sakib said, Mark Kriegel has a very punchable face. He was disrespectful to Kell Brook too after the Crawford fight. I'm surprised fighters don't push back. I'd be surprised some of y'all don't push back.
Yeah. Seriously. Yo, watch some James Toney fights and some interviews with
push back on Jim Gray all the time.
With Jim Gray, yeah. And even then, Jim Gray ain't as bad as like Jim Gray's bad, but Kriegel, but the difference is I think Jim Gray at least has a respect for the sport of boxing, or at least he has more of a respect for it than Kriegel. Because Kriegel, I don't think he respects boxing. I honestly low-key think he hates it because just the undermining vibe he has when he speaks to y'all, like it's just, I don't know, it don't sit right with me because I'm a big fan of boxing. So it's like I see that shit. Y'all get disrespected. I feel like they slapping me too. Like it's like, oh shit, like
he's one of them guys. He's a company guy, what they call him.
Like, of course,
he's one of them guys. Like anything ESPN top rank, he just if you're not with him, he ain't got no respect for you. So
fuck that nigga. He was playing favorites. Fuck that nigga.
Denzel, I got another question for you in the comments by Sakib. Denzel, do you think it's important for UK fighters to go down the English, Southern area, British route to develop before stepping out onto the world level? I'm thinking of Dan Aziz, throwback fighter. What are your thoughts?
Yep, that's my guy. Shout out to Dan Aziz. But yeah, no, definitely, I think that's the development stage. You know what I mean? That's the route I tried to take, but people wouldn't fight me at that time because when I first turned pro, I was knocking everyone out. So people were staying away from me. So I tried to take that route, but couldn't get it. But that's definitely a good route to take. It's all development and it's championship experience. You know what I mean? At every level. So you go Southern area level, then you go English level, and then you go to the British, which is probably the first stage of a 12-round fight. But you've got that championship experience going up the level. So it's definitely an important route to take for British fighters if you can fight for those titles. But of course, you can be a world level class fighter without going for those stages. But yeah, it's a good stage, and you collect more belts along the way. So why not?
And I guess he commented more. He's like, I see some British fighters skipping that route and feel if you don't try for a Commonwealth or European title, you're not as well prepared for word level. Obviously, some boxers can surpass that. And I said, I've heard that before with some complaints with some fighters. Like a lot of people would complain that Conor Benn was a guy that kind of skipped through that whole circuit, and now they want to just push him all the way to the top before he even went through that level. So I mean,
they're strategically pushing him at that world level, though. You see what they're doing. Yeah. They're not giving him like no dangerous guy like that off rip or nothing.
And that's the thing. I think even with Conor Benn coming through, at that time there were probably fighters that would beat him at British level, which, you know, you're not going to earn much and it's riskier than if they just took him around the circuit, made some money off him fighting internationally, some guys that you think are good but ain't good, and then push him to world level and he gets to earn as much as he can earn. But there's fighters definitely at British level that would have beat him at that time. So they were trying to avoid that and act as if it's not important.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's all building blocks.
Yeah, I mean, because there was a fight that he got his ass like beat, like he was busted up and everything. Like I think it was the fight he got dropped in. Like there was a fight like that where he was getting his ass handed to him, but I think he won. But he got the decision. And I think after that, it was just like, oh, wait a minute, something's changed. And the next thing you know, you see him looking all just massive, bruv, like just
knocking
like all this,
out.
and all of a sudden he's knocking people the fuck out.
He's icing dudes. Yeah,
icing dudes.
Yeah. Cold.
Yeah, and now they're pushing him above to your division. Now he's technically fighting in your division against Eubank Jr. I'm like, damn, like what is going on with that? Like it's crazy.
Crazy times, man. Crazy times.
Indeed.
You should be getting a Eubank Jr. fight.
I know, right?
I've been calling for that for ages, but like I said, I'm not the loud internet guys that go online and start, oh, I want this guy. I just tell my team, yo, listen, if Eubank comes knocking, take that, accept it. But I don't think he would take it just because of the fact of he's thinking, what's in it for him? You know what I mean? But
right.
Will he be beating a goddamn solid fucking middleweight contender, which he hasn't done in a fucking while? Like
he just lost to one. He just lost. He just got knocked out by one.
No, exactly.
That was even and Smith's even a 54-pounder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the 54-pounder.
Thank you. Like
the career 54-pounder.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, man. Yeah. You would beat Eubank though. Like we know that.
Oh, okay.
You'd beat his ass. Like
icing.
Honestly, like his jab isn't as busy enough to beat you, and then his inside. If he couldn't handle Smith on the inside, like I know you would eat him up on the inside. So
he's not athletic enough to incorporate the Roy training style that
exactly, and that's what's failing. If he wants to beat anyone, he's got to go back to the old Eubank, just rugged, just have a scrap.
Yeah,
this Roy Jones thing he's doing, you're making it 10 times easier for everyone, bro. Like. Smith is probably thinking, "This is what you're doing." All right, cool, let's go. I know what I'd be doing if he was trying all that shit with me.
I was done with Eubank Jr. after here in America, Showtime, they did everything they can to just give him a fight with Charlo, and he didn't even get that far. He just said,
"Thank you." He fought
that Korobov fight
against Korobov. Korobov bust his shoulder. Yeah. And then he just flew back to the UK, go fight.
Yeah, that was it.
He's another one of them guys. That's like he's getting paid way too much. Listen, no fight's getting paid too much money. Let me take that back. He's getting paid a lot of money to just fight anyone he wants to. So why would he go for a Charlo and probably get his ass kicked? Right. But at the same time, if you're someone like Eubank Jr. with your dad having such a legendary name attached to you, why wouldn't you want to go out there and be a world champion? That IBO shit he won up at super middle. That
right, because he had two attempts before. He had the attempt against Billy Joe Saunders, which
the Billy Joe Saunders that was for the British title.
Oh, that's for the British title. Right. But the George
both undefeated.
Yeah, you're right. George Groves, yeah.
Right. That's like a showbox fight for us on our side of the pond.
Okay.
And then we had George Groves, which was for a world title, and George Groves outboxed him with one arm, pretty much.
Yeah. But
the amount of flies swatted that fight.
But hey, George Groves could have hit a bit. You could see in his face, in Eubank's face, anyway. I think he felt like it was a fight he could win because obviously they sparred and he probably got the better of him sparring and that. But with 10-ounce gloves on and no head guard, it's a different ball game all the way around, man.
Yeah, no, because I think I mean everyone expected us. We were thinking that he was going to pick up a title in that tournament because because the knockout of him, I think it was like the Yildirim knockout. Yeah, like we reposted it on our IG. It's still today our most viewed video ever. Like people loved, like he was meant to be a star because people saw that knockout, him standing like after he landed a killer instant combo, and he's looking tough. And then he goes
like a super villain.
Yeah, and he goes there, but then we find out shortly after, no disrespect, Yildirim was trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before that, no one knew. It's like, geez, not that this guy that looked like a killer. A killer. Yeah. After that, we find out the guy's trash. So
he
just flat out said it. Oh my God! Like.
Man.
Wow.
Eubank 160. I mean, hopefully he'll actually recover from that, from that brutal knockout from Liam Smith. I mean, Liam Smith isn't Liam Smith like your like stablemate or whatever.
No.
Oh, he's not. I thought he was for some reason.
What?
No.
Would you? Would you
mean like same promotion?
Yeah.
No, he used to be with Frank, but he's not with Frank Warren no more. He's with Sky Sports and Ben Shalom, I think now.
Okay, got it.
Denzel, I want to ask you about if you watched Austin Amon Williams yesterday and what did you think of his performance?
Yeah.
What do you think of him?
I think he was trying too hard too early to knock River out. I know River. I sparred River a while back. I sparred Amon as well actually when Regis Prograis came out to fight Josh Taylor. And I think he was a lot cleaner boxer back then, but he probably fell in love with his power a bit too much and it takes away from his boxing a bit. I don't think he was boxing as smart and as sharp as I've seen him box in past. But River was getting off that jab well, and Amon wasn't trying to knock him out. Maybe because he saw that River had been knocked out in 2 rounds in his last fight, he thought, well, I'm going to do one better. But it didn't really work out how he wanted to, but he got the win. So
yeah, it took him a little while.
He got tagged up too on his way to that win. Like
he did.
He's getting a lot, really.
Yeah, he was getting caught a lot. So.
Oh man, but the middleweight division is it's an interesting division. Hopefully, within the next couple years or so, it will turn around just like 140 did when 140 kind of had that little dip in quality, and then and then after it was able to rebound in a couple of years. Now 140 is probably one of the top 3 divisions in boxing today, and hopefully middleweight will be that way with you, of course, you being one of the champions. Hopefully by then.
I'm fighting everybody.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as well, I think what helped the 140 division was that WBS tournament. I think if we get one of those at middleweight, it forces guys to fight each other, and you know what I'm saying, they all got paid obviously quite well, so they all entered it, and you got the 2 top guys in the division in Prograis and Josh Taylor entering it. So they were the best in the division. So if we could get one of those at 160, I think it's going to help a lot.
Yeah, we've mentioned that before too on our previous cast too. Like, because I mean, clearly, like the WBSS made careers out Usyk. I mean, the cruiserweight, that's still one of the best tournaments ever. Like cruiserweight made pretty much the reason why you say cruiserweight might be arguably pound for pound number 1 is because he literally fought through the gauntlet of murderous punchers.
Everybody's backyard.
Everybody's
backyard.
Same thing with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor, I'm not a fan of Josh Taylor. How he acts.
We've
none of these dudes.
We don't like Josh Taylor like that, but we put respect on his name because he could fight in that world.
I'm the only one who picked him to pick Prograis by majority decision. Like everyone, these are Josh Taylor fans. Like they
we respect him, but we're not big fans. Like,
I mean,
I hear that.
Prograis in a loss kind of boosted his name in the WBS. He became
exactly.
It was a good fight too, so
easy. But Josh Taylor though, like I mean, before the Catterall fight, I mean, dude was clearly like a top 4 pound for pound, top 3 because he ruled 140. He still does rule 140 technically. He just doesn't have. He only has one of the belts left because he gave the other ones up. But
he rules it like it used to be an iron fist. Is now like the fist kind of loosened. That Catterall fight kind of loosen the grip, like
that Thanos when he loses one of the stones.
The Mind Stone like left the thumb or some shit.
Oh no, but
honestly, it's been an honor. Like real talk, you're the first UK boxer we interviewed, and that shit is like crazy. Like
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Like wow, like you get that honor.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Denzel. By the way, I got a question for you. Because I remember you had said, you looked at the Ward. You mentioned Ward as a guy that you really liked and you really watched. How was it like getting to meet him? You met him, right? Didn't you? Or I'm trying to think. Was he? Yeah.
I didn't meet him when I was in Vegas, but I met him when he came down to the UK when Eubank Jr. was fighting for the IBO title on ITV. They done the press workout at our old gym at Peacock Gym. So I met him down there, and like that's my guy. I don't really get starstruck of people, but yeah, he almost had me. I was like, hey, my guy. Can you
I've been around.
I felt like a baddie. I was like, can you sign my top?
No, I've been around Andre Ward too, and well, let's just say I probably don't have your type of reaction because he's kind of different with non-boxers and stuff like that,
Okay, yeah.
Whereas Bradley is, friendly as all hell. Like, friendly, Bradley is that dude. Like Bradley would be like, he'll talk to you, come up to you and say what he wants to say or whatever, shake your hand. Also, Bradley was cool. Ward is a little different, but I think it's just he needs to know you a little bit, or for you to, because he's not the type of, if you're unfamiliar to him, he's kind of he sticks to himself a little bit. That's what he does.
Enough. Yeah.
But I guess once he knows you or knows you in some fashion, then he'll be a little bit open. But yeah, usually around him he's kind of like when it was time to do like the media scrums, he kind of goes in his own direction while Bradley gets mobbed.
Yeah. No, I met Timmy Bradley as well when they came down. Him and Andre Ward came down to do something. They went to Miguel's boxing gym in Brixton. But by the time I got in the ring to say hello to them, Ward had left, and I was chatting to Timothy Bradley, and he took pictures of us, and he was quite cool. But this was even before. I think there's a video of it on YouTube. Actually, he was arguing about pound for pound and all that stuff. But this was before I went out to Vegas and that, so he probably didn't remember me from that. But I was hoping to see Andre Ward in Vegas, but he probably weren't working that weekend. So
right. Well, I'm pretty sure you'll get another chance for sure. But
I can understand. When you're around one of your favorites, I can understand being starstruck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100.
Or someone you really like, because I'm just a fan, and like I've met a couple of fighters. The only one fighter had me starstruck. That was Alicia Baumgartner, and that was
for different reasons.
For different reasons, yeah, 100.
Yeah, for me, it was because I met the late great Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. That was the only fighter. I've met a lot of fighters too. He was the only fighter that because it was I didn't know I was supposed to because he was gonna sit in the section that I was gonna sit at for the press stuff, and he was sitting right behind me, and I didn't know that. And then he comes in there. I'm over here like I know Elber used to tease me like your smile was so huge, like I was showing teeth. I was like.
They got a dope picture and everything. Like, it was a great moment.
Everything like that. That's Sweet Pea, man. Yeah. Hey, that's allowed.
Yeah, Sweet Pea. And then I was able to talk to him during the fights, and I had him cracking up. He had me cracking up, whatever. It was a great experience because it was about 3 or 4 months before his tragic passing. So I was like, I was like, wow, this was something else. I was like, geez, I got to. We do this ring games, and I got to meet Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. I was like, this is amazing. Yeah.
It's just crazy because we had like a highlight video of him, like even before, like around that time. It was just crazy how everything led up, and then he dies. Like,
yeah, that's mad.
Yeah,
it was something. So yeah, man, yeah, boxing, doing this, we've met a lot of interesting people. Hopefully, next time you fight in America, whether it's on the East Coast or whatever, one of us can actually be. If it's on the East Coast, we're meeting up and we're going to a Ghanaian or a Nigerian restaurant.
100.
Look, I'll eat Ghanaian jollof with you, man. I'll do this once.
Oh man,
just this once. But don't tell anybody though.
I definitely eat Ghanaian food because I got a lot of Ghanaian spots around me too. In fact, a couple of Ghanaian fighters are here in the Bronx. I've ran into Richard Comey. He lives out here. Joshua Clottey. He lives out here. Like they out here.
Nigga, I got a Ghanaian chick. She just put me on some pepper pot. Nigga, I'm set.
Hey, you're good.
So yeah, like one of us will meet up with you when you come to America, or if we're blessed, we go to the UK, man. We'll meet up, man. We'll link and get to get into one of these restaurants, man.
Yeah, no, defo.
But we got some more questions. This is just personal shit and hot takes. This is this is some random stuff. These are like the fun questions we like to ask. So the first one is it's a little bit boxing related. So what's the best fight you ever attended live?
Oh, live atmosphere wise, I'm gonna say Dylan White and Joseph Parker.
Oh,
that was a crazy atmosphere. Yeah, that was, and the whole card was sick. So that was probably one of the.
It was.
Yeah, that was a great card. Good night of boxing.
Yeah, and that fight, and Joe Parker, like that White Parker was one of those that was an unexpected slugfest. It was geez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did the ending?
Yeah,
Dylan White just started doing madness. I don't know, started leaning over or something.
Yeah, because it was crazy. Because Parker Parker has a good chin because he wasn't bothered by Joshua or Andy Ruiz.
He hadn't been knocked down.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, Dillian White's left hook was causing he could not take that left hook for anything. He was getting rattled off that shit. I was just like, oh my god, I didn't expect him to have that much trouble the way he did. And then White almost got KO'd in the final round because he was trying
crazy.
That I can say that. Yeah, that was a hell of a fight. Yeah,
that's a great answer. Shit, that's a real good answer.
Now another one too. Did you see Creed 3 and what's your take on it? If you did,
it's a movie that I'm happy I saw. It's not something I'd be keen to watch again. It is way too much theatrics for me, man. I prefer. I don't know. I've been saying this for a while. I think old school movies are better because they're just more realistic. Creed was good though. It was fun. I like the storyline. I like the fact that the guy came out of jail. Right, you're living my dream. I want it back. I like the storyline, but it's too much theatrics, man. They're fighting. It looks like you're playing Fight Night. I prefer the old school. I prefer the old school. I prefer like Southpaw. Remember Southpaw?
Yeah, Southpaw. Yeah.
Yeah,
Southpaw was really good. Southpaw
was
really
good. That was good, and it weren't too much going on.
Yeah, Southpaw. I remember I saw that.
I watched. I'm happy I watched it.
Yeah, Southpaw. I think I saw it as a double feature with that and the first or the second Ant-Man. I forget. I was like, damn, Southpaw. Yeah, Southpaw was it was raw too. Jake Gyllenhaal killed that role. Dude looked the part. He was roided up. You could tell he was roided up. Clearly, he was and he looked like a killer. I was like, okay, this is what it is. He put in a great performance.
Your review of Creed is more in line with mine than Rome Top 5. We felt the same way. Those other guys, they liked it. They loved it.
I liked it. But then
we just thought it was a 6. It was cool. Glad we seen it, but nothing.
Yeah, not enough. Yeah. Not enough wholesomeness. Not enough wholesomeness of the boxing sport. It was too much movie.
Yeah.
But in my case, though, because I saw an advanced screening of Creed, so in the version I saw was longer. There was some stuff in there I think they cut out that I saw, and it kind of filled out the movie the way I did. And I saw both versions. I'm like, okay, yeah, this scene's not in there, this scene's not in there, because the final scene, the final fight is longer. There's a longer fight scene. I don't know why they cut it down. It was good, but
director's cut. They got to sell that too.
And it. True, and I think they could have done a bit more. I think after the fight, there could have been a bit more clarity on what really happened between them and stuff. They just cut the movie too short for me, man. You know what I'm saying? And even the build up, there could have been a bigger press conference.
Right.
It seems getting at it, fighting a bit, you really snake me, trying to get the story out. There could have been much more to it.
They should have had Diamond Dane fight another person. They should have had him fight another person before he fought. Let him fight another contender.
A unified heavyweight world champion, Unified heavyweight champion.
That's the only thing I said.
You're right. Should have had it in between fight. You're right.
Yeah. That was the only thing I said.
We said the same shit. We said, oh my God. It's like you watched the movie with us, jumped on the podcast, was in the car ride home, said all the same shit we said. we was like, this is one of the only boxing movies where we left the movie and we weren't inspired to box. Usually when you watch a Rocky movie, you go outside and you're shadow boxing in the park.
You start throwing punches and shit. You left that movie, you was like, it was a good movie. Hell no.
You talk about feelings and shit. How was your day?
Be like, I left that movie knowing sign language.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Shout out
man.
to that girl though. I didn't know that girl was actually deaf. I thought she was just playing the part, and then I see it.
Yeah, no, she's legitimately
That's
deaf. That was
That's
dope.
sick. Yeah,
That was dope.
that's
Like, she killed that role.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I personally I didn't mind that part of Creed. I mean, because I think the kind of building up was, hey, she's deaf, but she still wants to follow in her footsteps. She wants to box. She loves boxing.
Yeah.
I can see an angle being probably pushed sometime down the line of her actually probably doing something. So I didn't mind
a movie like a spin.
But
what was that pilot?
Like a spin-off. Like a movie of
spin-off. Yeah.
Maybe. At this rate, though, they might as well just do a series.
Yeah,
true. Facts.
Free. Like, it's just 3 parts of the movie already. It's just gonna keep going. You just might as well just do a series.
I mean,
Creed,
I mean, I was just making a lot of money, and of course, Jonathan Majors. I mean, he's although he has a different type of attention these days because he's going through some legal stuff right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, though it's stuff like that though. But I mean, even in regards to the movie, I mean, I always thought he killed his part. I mean, he was. I mean,
he was the best part of the movie, to be honest.
Yeah, he was a maniac. Oh my days, he was. The way
he deserved a spinoff.
Yeah, he deserves a spin-off still, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll watch a series of that. Like a Netflix series of Diamond Dame.
Yeah.
I'll watch that shit. Like,
yeah.
But if you want to see a good boxing movie, but like a newer, watch The Champion. I think it's on Netflix, but it's about a Polish boxing champion that it's based off a true story. He went to I think Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little slave, the prison camp.
Yeah, prison camp.
And he was basically boxing. He was basically boxing in that shit. Like the Germans, the Nazis had him just boxing dudes. And
in a concentration camp? What the fuck?
Yes, like they would pay bets. Mad. But the thing is, the choreography and the cinematography is real authentic. Like the real boxing and slipping and jabbing. It's just a great movie. Like if you love boxing movies, I just highly recommend it. Like
I'm gonna
love
watch
it.
That, that's me. I'm gonna watch that.
That's what it is. And speaking of boxing too, did you happen to see Joshua Franklin yesterday? And what's your take on it?
I watched that last night. I think AJ's performance for me was a bit underwhelming. It was like you needed a bit more. You gotta let your hands go, bro. Like you gotta be what you were pre-Klitschko, but it's good to see him back in winning ways.
Yeah,
I think the sport's better with him winning because he was one of them guys that fought everyone as well. He never, apart from Wilder, that kind of fell through somehow. But
wasn't his fault.
It wasn't really his fault. You're right. It wasn't his fault. I don't think it was his fault, but everyone has their own. You know what I'm saying?
Opinion.
Wilder told us himself. Remember, I just remember Wilder told us himself he took less money to fight Fury.
Yes, you're right.
So I always put that out there. I don't want this to become an urban legend where Joshua made that fight difficult. No, on our platform, we're gonna keep it real. Like, so yes, Wilder officially the one made that fight not happen.
Promoters and managers blocking fights because I think his manager wasn't getting on with Eddie, so he said, "Well, I don't want to work with that guy." Yeah, so that kind of messed him up there. But I think it was underwhelming. I think Franklin put on a good account of himself, and I'm happy for Franklin. You know what I mean? Like he just made some career changing money or life changing money, I should say. He's been in 2 career changing fights. He's put up a good account for himself, and I think he should get more fights off the back of that. I mean, he came from nowhere. He was meant to be someone like a get back fight for Dylan White, and ended up, putting in a good performance against.
Yeah, he should have actually beaten Dylan White too.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
You're muted.
I was like,
we thought he got fucked over against White. We thought he got fucked over against White. We did not think that White won that fight. But
I ain't seen it yet though. But I've heard it was bad as well. Well, not bad, but I heard he won.
Yeah, don't listen to White's account of it though. Like,
I need to find it and watch it. But I remember because that was like shortly after I came back from Vegas after I fought Janabek. So when I came back, I saw Franklin in the gym. Said hello to his coaches and he was hitting the pads and he looked a bit slow to me. And I didn't know who he was. I tapped my coach like, is who's this? Who's that? He said, no, that's the guy that's fighting Dillian White. And I just shook my head like, oh man, it's gonna be a long night for him. I swear down. Like I just came to the gym to visit. I just came because after my fight, I just came to say hello to the boys and that and coaches and I just see him. He just looked kind of a bit slow on the pads. So when I heard what I heard, I was like, what? And then I watched the highlights, but you know the highlights don't give everything.
Right.
So I was like, what? And I told my coach like, hey, he's got hands, you know, he's got fast hands, like he's active. He's like, I told you, you don't want to listen to me. I'm like, no, but I saw him on the pads and he just looked slow to me. He looked heavy, he looked slow, he had a hoodie on. I'm just like, nah, he didn't look the part to me. But from then I was like, yeah, I think he's gonna give a good account of himself against AJ, but AJ might knock him out. But he done better. He done well, man. I hope he gets more big fights off the back of that still.
Yeah, no, definitely too. I mean, I think between the White and the Joshua fight, I think he's definitely a solid contender now. So, hopefully, hopefully Eddie will take care of him, or at least, find his way to get him some more significant fights.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of significant fights, who do you think is going to win between Tank and Ryan Garcia?
Tank.
Tank? Oh,
okay, yeah.
But you didn't even have to think about that. You just said Tank.
Nah. Tank by KO or?
No, I think KO. I think Tank KO's in still.
If y'all notice the pattern, boxers know that Tank is finna get Garcia the fuck out of there, yo.
Yeah.
If y'all don't see the pattern, put your money on Tank, nigga.
100. Like Garcia makes too many mistakes for me to beat Tank. You know what I mean?
I said before, it was like Ryan Garcia is like he's still. Because now, if he had been a little bit more active after he knocked out Luke Campbell, I would say, okay, maybe that would have been a thing. But he only had the to-go fight, and then he turned down the Hesta fight. So it's like
Fortuna. Oh, Fortuna don't count as a fight then.
Fortuna. I guess I guess I almost forgot.
He needed the Hesta fight though, like especially as good as Hesta looked against Jojo Diaz. I mean, I know he lost, but as far as a spirited effort. Southpaw energy combinations, I don't think that would have hurt, but I know we discussed it earlier and said Ryan, one of these dudes that you can't take the chance, man. Just let him get the big fight because
get that.
So we get it.
Yeah, but no hesitation. That's funny. All these fighters that we said, Tank. I mean, I guess Ryan will have the whole boxing world fucked up if he does knock Tank out.
It'd be an earthquake.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
it should be an earthquake.
I can imagine boxing Twitter and the boxing world in general will just be like
it would break down.
But he has a shot though. It shouldn't be no crazy.
That's the thing though. He's got a chance. It's not like it would be raw, but it's not going to be out of this world. Like as if, you know what I mean? Tank just lost to someone like Isaac Cruz. If he lost to like Isaac Cruz, then they'll be like, what the fuck? But I think Garcia's got a chance. Garcia's got a chance, but it's just not a very big chance. You know what I mean? Like it's quite slim.
I feel like it's 70-30.
That's fair. Yeah.
70-30. Yeah. About right.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, Garcia's got that left hook. Yeah. Tank knows that left hook's coming. That shouldn't land. Maybe once or twice, but that shouldn't be landing anymore. Not. It shouldn't. You know it's coming.
Right.
Other than that, he ain't really. He telegraphs it, and plus he's been telling you anyway. Saying I'm gonna get you my left hook. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna get you my left hook, and then you're gonna let them get you my left hook. Like it don't make no sense.
I think Ryan could hurt him with the right. You never know. It's boxing. I'm just saying.
But you're right. You're right. Ryan can hurt him in the right, but we know for a fact that Tank's got power in both hands.
Mm-hmm.
And that left's going to land at some point because when Garcia throws his left hand, his right hand drops. Mm-hmm. So if Tank lands that same left hand that Luke Campbell landed,
and you already know in camp, Tank is training for when that hand dropped to KO him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
He's training for that.
And if that left hand lands, Garcia's going to sleep.
Because Tank is a true killer. He attacks weaknesses.
Yep. And he's got killer instinct. If he sees you're hurt, he's going for it. Look what he done to Hector Garcia. Just the other
he smelled blood. It's over. Yeah.
Smell blood. Yeah, it's over. If he has you hurt, you're not getting out of there, lad.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's see. Another question. What's your favorite food and pizza toppings if you eat pizza?
Yeah, I eat pizza.
Okay.
Like, I'm not an alien. Like, the fuck?
It's universal. What we talking about?
Pizza
shit.
toppings. You know what? I keep it simple. I just get barbecue based, some chicken, some sweet corn.
Would you put broccoli on? Would you put broccoli on that motherfucker?
Hell no, I don't eat broccoli outside the camp. I don't eat broccoli outside the camp, bro. No way.
Pat be putting broccoli on his pizza. That's why he asked that.
Nah.
It might be a Nigerian thing. I don't know. In Florida, in Chicago, New York, Ghana, maybe.
So now you guys know he's enough better. If that's what he's doing over there.
Hey man, greens are greens, man. You know, broccoli, onion. Don't sleep on it. Broccoli, onion, and some chicken or some steak on there. Don't sleep, man. It's fire. Come on, man. Don't look. You give me the gas face like I'm saying something wrong.
I mean, you are
heavy ass broccoli, dude. Look, honestly, look at a slice of pizza, a square, and 2 or 3 big ass broccoli florets on that shit. What space you have? What else can you put on that?
Onions, nigga, and meat. It's delicious.
Onions, like I can give you that. I wouldn't put but broccoli, no chance.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no chance of broccoli.
I'm sorry, man. I wouldn't even think of that. To be honest with you.
Thank you. Like, it's only up there in damn Connecticut, whatever.
Hey man, okay, look, y'all can keep your pizza. I'll enjoy my broccoli, onion, and steak pizza. Man.
He not allowed to order the pizza at the company gatherings. Like,
no.
He's just trying to show you guys that, you know, even if he's eating messy, it's still healthy. That's
you know what? Because you guys make fun. Because I eat things sometimes that are they consider kind of rich and health and wealthy and stuff like that. So boozy. There we go. That's another.
Say the word boozy. Don't. He said rich and healthy.
Hey Pat, Boxer Girl in the comments saying that's broccoli on pizza. That's not a pizza, my guy. That's a dinner. Yo,
that's a flatbread, nigga. That's a flatbread.
Your pizza is like sauce.
That ain't no pizza. That's a flatbread, nigga.
Hey,
dinner on dough.
Yeah, Boxer Girl, you're from Chicago, anyways. Don't y'all eat like sauce on deep dish pizza with no cheese on it?
Nigga, don't talk about Chicago pizza, nigga.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about it. She don't understand. She's not even eating pizza. Like, see, I know what pizza is. So forget y'all. Y'all don't knock it.
Everybody like pizza's like universal. Like, come on.
Nigga, you know broccoli don't belong on pizza because if you go and try to order that shit, not every restaurant have broccoli in the back, nigga.
Well, yeah, if I was sitting on the menu, I'm not gonna order that shit.
Yeah, at least you talk shit about pineapple on pizza, but at least I go to a pizza shop and I see pineapple on all the pizzas.
Exactly,
that's true. Like
they don't got a Tupperware full of broccoli in the back just for you, nigga.
Bring out the broccoli. The Pat soda.
We got one. Hell no.
Pat would have to be like a mafioso boss. Like, imagine like you a pizza parlor in like the tri-state area. You got to keep broccoli because of Pat running shit. Like, walking in like Tony Soprano.
Hey, fuck y'all respectfully though. And Boxer Girl, y'all have to you have to drink your pizza. Let's not about talk about.
Boxer Girl said the deep dish is a special occasion in Chicago.
Yeah, people from Chicago do not eat deep dish every day, nigga. That's y'all tourist niggas that come and get the deep dish and be like, oh shit. We don't get that shit all the time, nigga. That shit's too sloppy.
Everybody would be like 300 pounds if
shit is too sloppy.
Yeah, like,
you can't cut a fucking deep dish pizza in squares, nigga.
Why are you cutting shit in squares though? I just eat the shit whole. Put this
triangle.
No.
Squares is for you get more pieces, nigga.
Nah, I'm gonna just eat the whole pizza the way it is. Like,
Denzel, we take pizza real seriously around here, bro. as you can tell.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yes, unfortunately, now I have a professional boxer slandering my pizza choices. Okay, then. I guess my Sunday's been made. Another question: what's your favorite music to listen to?
Oh, music. It really depends how. Well, rap music, obviously, but it really depends how I'm feeling. I got different kinds of playlists. The Afrobeats playlist, got some classical music playlist. Yep. But yeah, mainly rap.
Okay, that's what it is. Mainly rap.
Any names? Like, drop some artists. Like, let them know.
American. Well, J. Cole's my favorite rapper still.
I like J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole.
J. Cole. Yeah, J. Cole. I listen to a lot of UK rap right now. I don't know if you don't know many UK artists like Potter Paper, Stormzy.
Stormzy
is that nigga. I fuck with Stormzy.
Yeah,
I know who Stormzy is.
Listen to Lil Baby.
Okay. This nigga's a ghetto. He's a ghetto child.
Lil Durk. Lil Durk's cold. I listen to a few guys, man. I make random playlists sometimes, like just how I'm feeling, and I just slap them on.
No, that's what it is.
I listen to everything. I listen to everything still, but mainly rap.
No, that's what it is, though. That's what it is. So what about your favorite TV show or movie, or both?
Ooh, TV show.
Gangs of London.
That's actually kind of cold still, but nah, that's not there right.
Top Boy.
Top Boy. I was gonna say Top Boy.
Oh yeah, Top Boy. Yeah, Top Boy. But that's done. I'm talking. Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Fuck. Damn.
Yeah, that's left field as fuck. What?
Wow. Damn. I didn't expect that.
That from you. Not gonna lie, Denzel. I was not expecting Sons of Anarchy.
Do you know why? It caught me off guard. One of my friends told me, "Yeah, what's this?" I'm like, "I ain't watching like Hillbilly. Nah, I'm not watching that." And then I watched it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is cold." Yeah, I'm all 7 seasons. I hate the way it ended though. Favorite movie? I don't know. Oh, Snowfall as well. Actually, Snowfall right now has got me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Snowfall. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, Snowfall.
You brought it back. All right,
Snowfall,
damn.
Snowfall. Obviously, right now I'm watching BMF and that, but I think Snowfall is the best thing that's out there right now.
Snowfall's pretty good. This season closing strong so far, so that's good.
Yeah. So they ain't been a bad season still. Movies though. I don't know. I got a few, man. I've watched so many movies. My brain is just fried right now.
Nigga, chick, come over right now. You put on Netflix. What movie you throwing on?
Dude, I gotta throw out some new Rise of the Foot Soldier. I don't know. I'm thinking some.
Because I know I'm putting on Scarface or Pulp Fiction. That way I can get it on for like 3 hours.
Rise of the Foot Soldier is cold. Scarface, I had to rewatch that the other day again. Cold.
Scarface, yeah, of course, yes. Scarface is like everyone loves Scarface.
DC, we be knowing movies.
Yeah, all them type of movies. The Scarface, Goodfellas, Paid in Full. These are movies I can just watch over and over again.
Yeah,
that's my pick. Yeah, but I'll probably remember better after I come off that. I'll be like, oh shit, and that one. But, but series Snowfall right now, and Sons of Anarchy was cold, but Snowfall is what I'm watching right now.
Yeah, Snowfall. Yeah, I mean, because we definitely have some big Snowfall fans on here.
Pilot and Shut Up. You see how we watching each other's countries' movies and shows?
Yeah.
Because I've never seen Sons of Anarchy, and this dude, he's watched all 7 seasons. But I'm up here talking about Rise of the Foot Soldier.
Yeah,
Rise of the Foot Soldier is cold though. Hey,
that's classic.
Because Sons of Anarchy, because one of my closest friends, he loves that show, and I used to be like, well, why does he love that show so damn? I personally have never sat down to watch an episode. Now I'm gonna have to, because I'm now seeing Denzel's reaction to this. I'm like, I guess I got to. I gotta see, because I think all the seasons are out on one of the streaming services. So I'm like,
they even have spinoff, like the Mayans or something.
Yeah, they had the spinoffs on that too. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I ain't watched that though. What's the
yeah, okay. Well, since you're a fan, like there's a show called The Mayans, Mayans. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Mayans, Mayans.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see if that sounds good. Oh, and Godfather of Harlem. The first season of that was cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
That's been on my queue because ever since the pandemic, like my queue is like this of stuff I need to watch. Sometimes I skip around too. And that's one of the things that's been on my queue to watch. I never gotten to that. I think I need to now.
Yeah, my sister says it's real good.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. It's proper good, man.
It's a good show.
I watch most of everything anyway. That's why I just sat down and started binge watching everything.
That binge watching it. You know, it's you know. Personally, they need to get away. They need to get away with like releasing a show a week. Like, just release everything. Let us binge watch it. Keep it moving.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we can watch it on our time. This next week. That's what's killing me with Snowfall, because Snowfall been damn good, and it's like it's one of the few shows I've like look forward to. Like when Wednesday come, I'm just like
I ain't started it yet. I ain't started the new season yet. I'm waiting. I'm loading. Right now, I'm watching. I'm watching BMF and Power.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. BMF. I think the second season of BMF just ended too. Like we're trying to schedule some time so we can actually record a season review on it. And I know.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Power Book 2 with with the Sun. You know that's going. I think they've only 3 episodes in on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know,
our teenage years.
Yeah. BMF
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. That's a show. Saved by the Bell. That was a sick show as well.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Saved by the Bell. Anyone can, if you know what I mean. Saved by the Bell was that show back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Classic.
Even the reboot was good outside of a couple of panderings here and there, but
I ain't seen it. I ain't seen the remake of it.
It was that's why I'm surprised they canceled it, but it was actually good. Just to see them act a little bit more adult. It was kind of a trip. It was kind of a trip for not gonna lie, but it was good though. I don't think it should have been canceled, so I'd fully recommend that one if you ever get a chance to come across that one.
Yeah.
No, but Denzel, though, it's been an honor to have you on the show. So, we have final words. So, for you, any fighters you want to call out or any fights you want to see made?
I want to see Spence Crawford made, and any fight I want every middleweight ranked above me.
Yeah.
That's what I want to fight. That's what I want to fight.
For sure.
Okay, where you're from? Okay, what you've done.
Yeah, because Spence Crawford. I think everyone wants that to be because look, if we can get a fight like Tank and Ryan Garcia, who are two different platforms against promoters who don't necessarily like each other, who have a whole history of going through a lot of stuff. Then if they can come together to make fights for the better good, where it's actually it will air on both platforms or stuff like that. They should. Crawford, who's a free agent, and Spence, who's clearly still signed with PBC. They should be able to come together and make a damn fight, especially a fight that will pretty much determine the person who wins this is probably pound for pound number one in the world, or anything, or especially number one at welterweight, because welterweight needs a fight like that because they've had a lot of A levels facing B level fighters and. There's not a lot of top level fights in that division, even though they have top level fighters. So the best fight, probably the most fight. You don't even have to really market it that much because it's like Spence Crawford. Bam, I'm there. I want to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I do believe it would be better with a press tour though. Because it took so long.
It deserves one.
It deserves what and that's what's missing. I would like to see Crawford Spence when the fight gets made. Get these dudes a full 16-week camp. I don't care. Yeah. Add an extra 3 weeks just for promo.
They need a press tour, like you said. They need a 4-episode all access. You need to bring that back for them as well.
Yes.
Everything, just push that fight, bro.
Press tour even includes overseas.
Yeah, in the UK, I'll be at.
Yeah,
I'll be there. Yeah. They need
4 cities in the US. Yeah.
Oh, kind of freezing for. Okay, yeah, you kind of froze for a minute, but that's cool.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
No problem. But yeah, no, yeah, we 100% agree with you. And yeah, you other middleweights out there, man. Denzel Bentley. He's breathing down y'all necks, especially
Yeah,
you, John.
he not dodging y'all niggas. He ready for the fight. Y'all niggas set it up.
Ready.
The Boogie
Ready.
Slayer. Let's get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You're right on top of shore like leprechauns, Janabek. So you gotta get ready. You gotta get this work.
Yeah, because you ain't fighting nobody else. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
and Mungia, don't act like you can't get it either.
Yeah. Hey, let him know, man. Let him know.
Like, y'all all don't notice. Like, I'm
all y'all
telling you.
niggas stop running. All y'all niggas stop running. Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, the Boogeyman Killer
pick
is
up the
coming
phone.
for y'all. Yeah,
Ready. That's it, man. Get them t-shirts. I'm ready.
Hit him with that tiger up.
Hey.
Man, but Denzel Bentley, champ, again, thank you for coming on our show, man. It's been a pleasure talking with you, man. Like this was a great interview, man. Like I said, and also we're gonna be watching you closely as your career progresses, and hopefully it progresses, to a world title or eventually undisputed title and a whole type and all the accolades and that come with it, man. So
thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate the chat as well, man.
No doubt, though. And then
you got blessed, told, man. Sick channel, man.
and then salute to Conscious Pilot, for hooking up, because Conscious Pilot was the one who made the connection to actually get Denzel Bentley on here, man. So definitely salute to Pilot on this one, man.
Yeah, no,
appreciate your reply, man. Give
Pilot
time, man. Appreciate that.
So Denzel, because I know we have one more question in the chat. So pretty much tell everyone where they can find you at in the world of social media, because I think Boxer Girl had a question about does he have Twitter?
Okay. Yeah. Instagram and Twitter at 2sharp_D, or you can just tap Denzel Bentley. It should come up. But yeah, 2sharp_D. That's me.
It comes up when you put Denzel Bentley in. So if you type Denzel Bentley on Twitter and Instagram, it'll come up.
That's a flex right there. That's a flex right there. You see how he said that? Because he got the star. He didn't have to pay for that either. He said Denzel Bentley. That's a flex right there. You see how he said that? Well, that's what it is, man. Because if Elon Musk and knows who this cat is, then everyone should know who this cat is. You know what I mean? Like he was verified before this whole blue shit came about. You know what I mean? Like he has the OG blue star. You know what I mean? So yeah, stay tuned, man. So stay tuned, man. Denzel Bentley, man. Just make sure, man, you follow him, because he's gonna be something, man. And then tune in a couple of weeks when he'll be on the undercard for the Joe Joyce Zhang fight. You'll see him on there. You're probably maybe third from main event or something like that. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. I mean, you should. I mean, you push the champion to the brink. So I know you got a high place in the card. They ain't gonna put you. They ain't gonna put you in no dark matches or anything like that.
Call out Jenny Beck if you get a chance. If in the post-fight interview, if you get a chance to speak, call out Jenny Big. Let him know you coming for him. Like.
Reference the Boogeyman Killer, because that's what you are now. Add on to your, you still Too Sharp is still a great thing, but you tell them
double
nigga. Like nigga, my niggas at Ring Gang came up with my niggas at Ring Gang got them Boogeyman Killer t-shirts, and we sending them to your fucking training camp, nigga.
Be ready, bro.
Man, but this was great. So I mean. So there's the other people in play. Did he have any shout outs? Shuttleworth, man. You got a final word?
No, I'm just shout outs to everybody, especially everybody in the chat. Alexa, what it do? Boxer Girl, I see you. Henny Goslick, Chris Brand, Joshua O, OG Joshua O. Been here from the beginning. I mean, so just everybody else. Shout outs Android. Anybody else I forget. AOBs. Just everybody, the Kali as well, Tunnel Gang, Ring Gang, Key Soprano, know what it do, man. Just enjoy. This is just a great show, man. Like, I'm surprised it even went this long. I appreciate you, Denzel Bentley, taking the time out. I'm glad you like the artwork. Got more shit on the way. You ever need anything, the pictures, we got you. We gonna come up with the shirt, the Boogeyman Killer. Like, we got you, because you're a real one, and we want to see you succeed and be at the top, man. And
I appreciate that, man. That's love, man. Appreciate it.
And be that driving force in the middleweight division, because Lord knows it needs it, man.
Right.
Yeah.
you know it needs it. But yeah, man, it's
Yeah,
all love.
definitely.
Shout outs to everybody else in Ring Gang who's not with us right now, but mad respect everyone around the world, Spotify, Anchor, whoever else listen to us. Mad love, we appreciate it.
Word. Ayo, Pilot, man, what about you, bro?
Nah, not much. Appreciate you, Denzel, for coming on the show. You know, he's a real cool dude. You know, love to have you back eventually. Good luck on your fight. And, you know, shout out to everybody in the comments. And that's all I got, man. Yeah.
Yeah, the Pilot is, man,
Appreciate
a few words, man. That's what it is. AOP, what about you, bro? Oh, you muted.
My bad. So I ain't really got much to say, man. Just shout out to Denzel Bentley. This has been an excellent interview. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Good luck in your fight in 2 weeks. We're gonna be watching. It's gonna be great. So just keep putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna make it to the top again. So
thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. That's all I really got to say.
Yes, sir. Rome top 5. What about you, bro?
Yo, you already know what it is. We the best entity in the world, nigga. It's Ring Gang, nigga. You already know how we fucking do this shit. You know, shout out to nigga Denzel, nigga out here stopping niggas. You feel me? Boogeyman Killer in the building. Salute.
In the building. Love.
Yeah, but Ring Gang, nigga, you know how we do this shit. We coming with more shit.
Yes, sir, man. Any other boxers that want to come on here? Trust me, we'd love to have you on here, man. Denzel. Honestly, if you know some boxers that you think that'll benefit some of the exposure, man, send them our way, man.
Yeah. No, I will do.
Yeah, you have our emails and stuff like that. You have of course the IG inbox, man. Send them our way. Like, we'll be more than happy, to talk to them and give them the star treatment and everything.
Yeah, no, I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, but this has been great. All I gotta say is, man, again, thanks for Denzel Bentley for coming on our show and rapping with us for a couple hours, on his career and the state of boxing, how things are. And salute to the whole, to the gang on here and to also our UK gang, and then our Canadian gang. We got, PJ the Fire Architect and DZ and Pro and Clanarchy. Salute to them. And so to everyone in the chat that showed up, comments with the questions and everything like that, we appreciate y'all. And if if you're feeling a little generous, you see in the banner, you want to donate to Ring Gang, because you like our content, we have a Patreon as well as a PayPal. So, feel free to hit us up, or if you just want to, throw some ideas out at us, we have, we have our Gmail, ringgangradio@gmail.com. We have plenty of ways to hit us, and of course our content, YouTube, our website. Just type in Ring Gang Radio in Google. That's our flex, and we'll take you to where we need to be. The blue star is coming, and we ain't got to pay for it either.
It's coming.
Yo, for real. So yeah, for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, for LB Show with the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, for Conscious Pilot, for Rome Top 5, aka Chicago Win, and for the future middleweight champion of the world, Denzel Bentley. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, man, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Love.